morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Before we jump into the reason why you are here, which obviously is the Storm Infinite PhysiX, again, before we do, I just want to kind of remind you guys that if you're new here, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Obviously, my main goal is 1,000 subscribers. Currently, I'm at 834. So if you guys could maybe do me a favor, drop a like, drop a sub, and hit that bell notification when you want to be notified of my latest videos. Reason you want to do that is obviously because Storm SPI announced 6 more balls that are going to be coming out, so that brings the total up to 8 that are going to be released after July. So there's a lot of really fun releases there. I think my favorite one has to be the Storm Night Road. But make sure you guys comment down below which release you're most excited for. And also comment any questions, concerns, whatever you guys have down below. Obviously, I'm trying to do a new series where it's called Let's Talk. I'll answer any and whatever questions you guys have, so make sure you list your questions down below. Also, obviously, want to thank Storm and I Am Bowling. Storm, obviously, they have some of the best equipment out there on the market, and I Am Bowling, they have some of the best jerseys out on the market, as you can see here. I actually really love this design. So again, if you want to, obviously, if you want to get 20% off your order, because why wouldn't you want to get 20% off your order off of I Am Bowling, you can use my promo code that's going to be listed down here. It's going to be FireOut07. You use that at checkout, save yourself 20% off. All right, that's it for all of my plugs. Now let's get into the reason why you're here, which is the Storm Infinite PhysiX. You guys stay tuned. Alright, so here we go. We're going to throw this Infinite PhysiX. Found a home right here, probably standing at 30, looking at 19. And this ball was a lot stronger, kind of, than what I anticipated. And that was, I mean, it might have something to do with the fact that, you know, I drilled it fairly aggressive. It's my favorite layout that I put on this, which is 40 by 5 by 70. Puts the pin just below my ring finger, and you know, it has a great look. It retains a lot of energy down lane. It's very clean, very sharp. This surface, it comes at, I believe this was 4,000 grit. You can see right there though, before I kind of get into the surface, that you know, and I'm getting a little tired here, but you can't get soft with it. You know, obviously, if you get soft, and I kind of mentioned this through the Cosmos too, is you couldn't get soft, but that was because you might leave a 10 pin. If you get soft with this Infinite PhysiX, it's going to go through the face. Like you could see there were, what, 4 shots, something like that, you know, went through the face. And now we are going to switch to the Rubicon UC2. As you can see here, from the first shot, I started in the same spot I was with the PhysiX. And then I ended up having to move right. I missed that 10 pin there. But then I started moving right, and I continued to kind of move right until I finally found a home. I believe I was standing right around 22-ish, and then kind of looking at between 12 and 10. Obviously, I might not have been hitting that, but this ball actually looked fairly good, but obviously I had to play a lot straighter with this UC2 than the Infinite PhysiX. UC2, I was actually 8 boards right with my feet. But again, let's talk about that surface. That surface comes at 4,000 grit, I believe, with that Infinite PhysiX, which I actually do like the Pro Balls coming with kind of a little bit of a surface on it. And that surface, it kind of gets shiny, but it doesn't get slimy, which I like. You know, I kind of talked a little bit with that Cosmos that surface got a little slimy for me. This Infinite PhysiX didn't. It shined up fairly quickly, but it didn't get slimy on me, which I really, really appreciated, and I think it kept kind of some true ball reaction to it. UC2 game I finished up with a 214, which is obviously better than that game I had with the Infinite PhysiX. Now let's look at sort of a little bit of versatility. So I moved right here. Since I started fairly deep, I moved right, took some hand out of the ball. This shot here, you're going to see that I tried to see how much hand I could put in the ball, put a little bit more in, and obviously went through the face. So I went back to kind of flattening that wrist out a little bit, trying to be softer with it, get up the back with it, and then ended up, I believe this shot was a strike here. No, Swisher 7, but 3 out of 5 isn't bad. Now I'm going to move left and try and hook the lane just a little bit more. Obviously, you can see there that the ball does look good inside yet. I think for kind of beaten up sort of shots, I think I would take the Cosmos inside. But if you have a little bit higher volume and you need to play left and you're looking for an ace and pearl, I think this is going to be a very solid choice for you. This ball for me is definitely going to make the bag, and I absolutely love this ball. I love it from in. It has a great look in. It has a big motor, unless you see there. You can't go through the slop with that ball. I tried going through the slop here, and this is from inside by the ball return. I never got that ball right, so that is the review. All right, so you saw that Infinite go down the lanes. Let's talk a little bit about those talking points with that Infinite PhysiX and kind of close out that video. So there's kind of some real strong points here about that PhysiX. It's clean and it's sharp. Might go back to the drilling a little bit. The drilling that I put on it, again, that was a 40 by 5 by 70. Really made it kind of clean through the fronts, kind of sharper towards the back end. It's not that it doesn't have a strong mid lane. I believe that if I would put the same drilling it as I have for that dark code really read the mid lane very well. I think if I put the same drilling in it, you would get about the same reaction, but I really like this drilling I put on the Infinite PhysiX here. You can't get soft with it. If you get soft with it, like I kind of mentioned, if you get soft with the PhysiX, you can't get soft with the PhysiX or the Cosmos, but for different reasons. If you get soft with that Cosmos, you might leave a weak 10, something like that. If you get soft with this PhysiX, it's going to go through the face. So you got to make sure you stay firm and kind of keep some speed behind it. You can't go through the slop with it because it is still a pearl. It's still going to slide through that oil a little bit. So you got to make sure you get it to some friction so it can read off that friction to get back to the pocket. But it's still got teeth, though, too. So you got to, it's kind of the best of both worlds, but when you can't go through that oil. Also, with the oil, it does shine up fairly quickly. But again, it doesn't get slimy. So I do like that. It shines up fairly quickly. It doesn't get slimy. You're going to be able to really see kind of a consistent reaction with this because it doesn't get that slimy sort of surface on it. It was significantly stronger than that UC2. The UC2 and the Infinite PhysiX both have the same layouts on it. I think the Infinite PhysiX just had a half-inch longer pin. So the Infinite PhysiX was 40 by 5 by 70. The UC2 I had was, I believe it's 40 by 4.5 by 70. So it's going to flare just a hair more. However, I don't think that half an inch is going to make it, incredibly different than that UC2 in terms of ball motion. The UC2 got significantly slimier. So again, I think you saw more of a true ball reaction from the Infinite PhysiX than maybe you would have saw from that UC2. But again, that's all I got for the Infinite PhysiX. The Infinite PhysiX is definitely going to make my bag. I absolutely love this ball, and I'm going to bring it to all the tournaments that I go to, especially tournaments with kind of higher volumes. So love this Infinite PhysiX. It's going to make my bag. Let me know down below if the Infinite PhysiX is going to be something you drill, if it's going to make your bag. Really looking forward to this release. It's probably the release that I'm most looking forward to, kind of behind that night road for the releases after July here. So again, that's all I got. Until the next video, guys, good luck and good bowling. See you next time.